graduate theological students are being prepared for ministry in their particular context, I think it is important for them, imperative for them, to learn how to minister to the whole person. Part of ministering to the whole person includes thinking about and wrestling with concerns related to sex and sexuality. Many seminarians get very little, if any, of that in their seminary classrooms, and so it's important in my work on a day-to-day basis to think of new and innovative ways to introduce that material to them such that they have what I would consider a well-rounded theological education and a well-rounded preparation to respond to the needs of those real embodied human beings in their congregations that have real concerns, real challenges, real joys related to sex and sexuality. One of the ways that I think we have been impactful in our seminary work, and I'm really proud of this particular story, is a couple of years ago I had the opportunity to go back to my alma mater, Garrett Evangelical Theological Seminary, which is a seminary affiliated with United Methodist Church. And I was invited by Sacred Worth, which is their student affinity group for LGBTQ students and comrades. And I did a couple of workshops for them, but one of them was on bisexuality. And many of the students came up to me after that workshop and said to me, I'd never thought about bisexuality in this way. I've never had this kind of extensive information given to me about bisexuality. I think I might be bi now that I have some more tools and definitions and real life kind of case studies to think about in concert with my own life. And so I really appreciated being invited into that space as an alum and as a queer identified person. I appreciated the students' engagement with the material and the ways that they felt, even for that moment, freed in that space to really explore sexuality in ways that perhaps they may not have before then. One thing that I wish that graduate theological students knew about sex and sexuality is how important it is to really be thinking about and sitting with some of your own questions, not only about your own sexuality while you're in seminary or divinity school or rabbinical school, but also about everything you've ever been taught about sex and sexuality. I know for me, my experience in seminary opened my eyes to all sorts of new ways of thinking and engaging with questions about sex and sexuality and what the Bible has to say or didn't say, what churches have or have not done to be places of welcome for all sorts of expressions of sexuality. And so I think I would, what I hope the students would know or come to learn is how important it is to spend some time in that space, even if your classrooms are not necessarily talking about sex and sexuality on a regular basis, which they should be, but to really be attentive to your own kind of transformation, both in your thought and in your way of being in the world while you're in a theological space like that.